I was completely wrong. I'll be uploading this. Enough said on that. Let's not dwell on how stupid I am. 2018, February 19th, Muckrock News did a Freedom of Information Act request 2018-004-187CA. Nobody included a damn link to the PDF file or this information. I included a link to where it says right up there at the top that ends in 49259, and it had the ending file there, and their stupid system, I'm not blaming them, it just doesn't say this is the result of this work. It just says quietly, oh, here's a response document. Well, that's very anticlimactic of you. Anyway, if anybody's curious, Muckrock is the website to do requests for Freedom of Information Act requests through, if you want to get it done, apparently. All of the Form 8500-8 continuation sheets that were transmitted to the FAA by 2008 about applicant MID, yada, 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 Stephen Craig Paddock. High blood pressure, high when check-in the office. Without context, you don't know that's high blood pressure. It just sounded funny. Next, 2008, left knee scar, appendectomy scar were noted. So those were recent between them and 2007, I guess. 2007 is noted as kidney stones, urologist. Maybe they took out the appendix at the time. I don't know. 1990 is when he had his back surgery done on L5-S1 disc, most likely. It's probably herniation. Now, as you can tell from the diagram, normally they go in through the abdomen as well back then. If they went in through the back, it would have been a simpler procedure. I had one of those done. It means the herniation was causing mind-twisting amounts of pain. We can all dwell on how we appreciate that happening. Now, that means it was pushing against nerve bundles and the spinal cord. But that's when it happened. So it is possible the scars are old enough a person might miss it in an autopsy, but I doubt it. Now I'm really doubting the autopsy. In 1973, apparently, allergy medication prescription formed the continual time. Now, I have to point out, when we look at these, you're going to have to look at them yourself. I'm interpreting them my way. I'm seeing lots of missing data and really bad, very bad data retention policy on the FAA's part. All right? Next thing is, I'm going to add in a little bit of data here, but we're going to get some context. That's 1970s. These are the cleaned up versions I'm going to be uploading to the net on Imager and also an archive of my website version of it. I'm going to build a version of it you can get a copy of easier, of these cleaned up versions. These are altered, these are modified by me for clarity, including removing a bunch of stray lines. Still in 70s, 73 here. Now this only has 2 pages. Then we get to the next one, that's 75, and it's 2 pages. The rest are all 4-pagers. So they changed standards, and this one's, what year is this? Oh, by the way, a lot of these have almost no information filled out. That I find distressing. And this shows 1995. This is after the back surgery. And here we are with another form, another year. Now it's filled out in handwriting, says please print. And here it says it has to be typed. And look at all the data just gone, and it's rubber stamped 2001, June 20th. I hate saying it, but this is pretty typical when you look up your own records. Don't be surprised what you find. It may scare you. There could have been a lot of cursive writing here, or it could just be noise. I can't even. Here we go again. At least they typed up some of it instead of printing it. And on the typed up part, they did X's, and it showed only one thing: identifying body marks and scars and tattoos, one abnormal thing. It didn't list them consistently even after the back injury, and this is 2001. This is the FAA original copy meme. Dear FAA, when it comes to database files that are really pertinent, don't do this. You imbeciles. Next. Here's the next page of it. Well, this is one of those quad page ones. Quad damage. September, and you can barely see what year it is. It's 2008, I think. Yeah, this is 2003. Excuse me. See? That's not helping, guys. No, really. Why the... Seriously. Anyway, next. 2003, September 4th. Okay. They added extra pages in, but the forms are very, very close to identical, right? This is where they did the black print, but someone removed it because it was such an abomination in the eyes of the Lord. So basically, not only did it cover up data, it just chopped chunks out of it. Again, dear Federal Aviation Commission, stop doing that. And the noise all over it is amazing. Anyway, let's go on. And at least they didn't stamp this page, 2005 in this case. December 20th. Then we get to this one, 2005, December 20th. And they're kind of in the right order, sort of. Here we're getting to 2008. It's par for course. This one's in extraordinarily good condition here. And again, we're still in 2008. This is February 7th, apparently. Now, this is MRI Diagnostic Center. Standard radiographic imaging of the abdomen was reviewed. Here we go. Bowel gases. Let's just move on. Important regarding Airman Stephen Paddock's BD. I examined him for such and such. We deferred him as you have some issues, etc. And you can just read this. Okay? This was 2008. Next. This was about medication he was taking, making sure he didn't take it when he's flying. File records starting 1995, apparently. Stephen Craig Paddock. Release of Airman Medical Certification Records, October 2nd, 2017. Now, as you can see from this, that was the day after they figured out it was him. And I'll read the request. I am sure you've been asked. Leadership is asking me for medical info on him. Can you provide me his records? Looking for anything that may assist the investigation. So this was given to the law enforcement before his body was being examined, apparently, through this release to someone else. Brenda Hooper. All right? Special Agent, Federal Aviation Administration, and all of her data. Now, warning. This is a publicly posted, acquired through Freedom of Information Act, data file. Flagging it is a... Don't flag this. Next. Routine slip, AA, yada yada, routing, October 2nd. Michael Humbugler, per a request. And this is basically a fact cover sheet. I'm eliminating most of them, but this proves the time and date stamp for. Then we get Federal Aviation Admission, Civil Aerospace Medical Institute. I didn't know they referred to it as an aerospace medical file. This is May 8th, 2018, when Muckrack News got a hold of it. Here's the Freedom of Information Act request. Now, what confused me here, and the reason it made me kind of concerned, is there is no charge for this request. Okay. And then it says, you have right to seek dispute resolution from the following groups. But they got what they wanted. They put that in as a form line. They don't ever type anything different. If we can further service you, blah, 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 yada, yada, and then a signature, and this was in the fax. This threw me off. This is not context-sensitive format or templating. If the FAA is rejecting what you're saying, it should say you should have the right for dispute resolution. If they're accommodating for it, they should eliminate that line. That really made me concerned, so it made me want to dig it up more. So today I actually found the actual PDF file. Now, I have to say this very, very forthrightly. I got a hold of that page and didn't know that they got it answered. All I saw were the refusals. It didn't say that it was fulfilled eventually. But it has the entire investigation on one page. I'm congratulating muckrock.com for actually doing a much better job of documenting than anybody else on the planet, and I'm damning them for hell for at the bottom not putting an update. Here's the entire file. We got the damn thing. The one thing I want to know is, did you succeed in a Freedom of Information Act request? They didn't make that abundantly clear, but then again, I didn't do due diligence, so this is my fault. I'm sorry. All right? Next. The not noting a left knee scar and appendectomy scar, maybe because they're very common. Not noticing there was a sacral Lombardo L5-S1 disc herniation scar on the back, maybe because it was from the 1990s. I'm slightly giving the benefit of the doubt to the person who did the autopsy. Only slightly because, and I'm going to say this flat out, I didn't know the FAA really did this much damn due diligence. I applaud them for doing it, and damn them to hell for putting on that stupid logo thing they did. But I have to say this, that is some damn good investigative work. Okay, number one. Number two, it is possible, barely, that a person doing an autopsy wouldn't make note of those. That's a little bit over the top. But the time when the left knee scar and appendectomy scar showed up was in 2008. So it's it's almost a 10-year-old scar. So maybe, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for correcting me. I appreciate it. And I hope this ends up being the blasted icon, because the rest of it is really boring and hard to read. Bye. And yeah, I was wrong.